Stay Live. I'm Natalie Hankins, business and mindset coach, and today I will be sharing 3 secrets to creating a successful business without the stress. So, if this is a topic that's important to you and you would like to build your business with more ease and less stress, drop me a heart, give me some love, say hi to me if you're joining me live, and let me activate the chat, and let's get right into it. So, the first secret to creating your business, to creating the business that you want, is you must focus on your goal and the vision of the successful business that you want instead of worrying that you're not where you want to be. So, as I learned from Jack Canfield in the key to the law of attraction, whatever we give our energy and attention to will come back to us. We are always creating our own reality with every thought that we have, whether we realize that or not. If we're focused on the negative, we will attract more of the negative. If we're focused on the positive, we will attract more of that. And in terms of the mindset model, this is because our thoughts actually create our feelings. So if we are feeling negative in any way, that will stop us from creating the results that we want because our feelings motivate our actions. And then ultimately, our actions give us our results. So last year, I had what I thought was an impossible goal to make 200K in my business with having 2 children with special needs still living at home and having time to enjoy my life. And part of the reason why I thought this would be impossible is because of the way I defined enjoying my life. So, the Life Coach School has a program called the Impossible Goal Program. And part of the protocol is that our goals must be measurable. So, I was measuring enjoying my life as having one trip to a conference or training for my life coaching, one girls' trip per year, and one family vacation per year. And I thought it was unlikely that I would be able to get away for the girls' trip and the training because, the kids, because of the 2 kids still living at home, and I didn't think I would be able to get away. So, but a funny thing happened almost immediately after I started focusing on this goal. I started to enjoy my life more just because I was focusing on my goal of enjoying my life. I started enjoying the simple things, like even just like laying outside in the sun, right, as I was working on my laptop and just soaking in the sun, and having conversations with my son who has autism. And that's a story in itself. So by the 5th grade, my son still couldn't have a conversation. And I did a relationship development therapy with him, and his verbal IQ increased by 29 points. So now I get to live in the miracle of having a conversation with my son every day. But you know how it is, right? We're with us humans, like we tend to take for granted those miracles that happen in our lives, right? And so we tend to, get used to things, and but if we focus on enjoying our lives, we're going to attract more of the positive because where energy goes, energy flows. And gratitude plays a huge part in the law of attraction because when we are thankful for what we have, then we feel good and we take more action towards what we want, right? And that's actually what my coaching is all about. I empower people by helping them focus on the positive and focus on their core values and strengths that will empower them to take more action towards what they want in their lives and businesses. As business owners, this is so important because ultimately it's that massive action that creates our results, right? So, and by the way, good news, I am headed out to Miami Beach this weekend, woo, for my life coach school training. So it is happening. I am making time to enjoy my life, right? And my husband was able to take off work to watch the kids. So when we're focused on what we want, we're empowered to take action towards that. So when it comes to our businesses, worrying will not get us where we want to be. That just creates more stress. So we want to be focused on what's working instead of worrying that it's not working, right? Personally, I've noticed that in the past, whenever I've had the thought it's not working, that's when I lose focus on my current action plan and get distracted by shiny object syndrome. So, once again, the mindset model is our thoughts create our feelings motivate our actions, and our actions give us our results. So, when we're thinking it's not working, then we feel worried and we get distracted by other things instead of being focused on our current action plan, right? Instead of being focused on what is actually working in our businesses. So my result was my plan wasn't working because I was wasting time, right? Looking into other things, right? And being distracted by shiny object syndrome and also by worrying. Because again, we don't take that productive action whenever we're feeling negative. So, an important part of my signature process is to create a action plan based on your monthly goal, and then we'll focus on those income producing activities that will help you achieve that goal. And, it's so important to have a mindset coach because our minds naturally want to go to the negative. So, according to the National Science Foundation, 80% of our thoughts are negative. And this is because we've evolved from primitive brains that want to keep us in the safety zone of exactly where we are today. And that's why we all need a coach to help us break through those patterns that are holding us back. Otherwise, we could get stuck in this negative thought loop because our thoughts create our results. Just like I was stuck when I was thinking that my plan wasn't working, right? Is actually my result was I wasn't working my plan. So my plan wasn't working. Do you see how directly our thoughts create our results? I mean, it's really crazy. So this brings me to my second secret, which is to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Only positive thoughts motivate us to take action. Only positive thoughts move us forward. So when I coach my clients, one of my most important jobs is to help them refocus to a more empowering thought that they also believe. And this is not as easy as it sounds, right? Because, you know, we just tend to believe that those thoughts that are coming in automatically are the truth because we may have been believing a thought for years even. And I do recommend affirmations, but not just any affirmation that you might grab out of a book because it's important that we believe what we're telling ourselves, right? Otherwise, it's kind of like lying to ourselves. And so I learned in my mindset coaching that it's our thoughts that create our results, not actually our circumstances. So, one of my clients was telling herself that she wasn't good enough and not worthy just because someone didn't show up for a call. And when she was telling herself, I'm not good enough, she felt hopeless and she wasn't taking that productive action in her business. Through the coaching, I helped her to see that that thought was no good and actually not even true. So we looked at her circumstances of what she did, and she had scheduled a time to do an overview. She had sent a reminder message the day before. She had sent a message a couple of hours before. who knows why this person didn't show up, right? So it's not because she's not good enough, right? She took the actions that you would want to take, right? So it's so important that we don't self sabotage with these negative thoughts. Through the mindset coaching, I helped her to realize that that thought wasn't serving her and that it wasn't even true. And once she recognized, I am enough, then she did what she needed to do and she felt empowered to take productive action in her business. And this is so important because only positive thoughts move us forward. And I think Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, said it best when he said, you either control your mind or it controls you. That's why it's so important to focus on those positive thoughts and believe that it is possible that you can achieve your goal. And this brings me to my third strategy, which is have your own back with the belief that you can do it. You can accomplish your goal. So, one of the most important principles in Napoleon Hill's book is having faith. Faith that you will achieve your goal and faith in yourself that you can do it. Self confidence is so important because it allows us to show up for ourselves no matter what other people think or say. So, when I first wanted to become a life coach, there was someone in my life who didn't think that I would be successful. He didn't think that people would want to pay for my coaching. And if I had believed him and his limited, it was actually his limiting belief, right? Then I wouldn't be living my purpose today. So while it was true that I didn't have any idea of how to market myself, what I did have was 100% confidence and belief in myself that I could help others. And this is what it takes, believing in yourself so strongly that it doesn't matter what other people think, right? The most important determinant of success is the belief that you can do it. And this is what I learned when I was certified at the life coach school from Brooke Castillo. And she makes millions of dollars every year as a life coach. In fact, she just reached her $15 million mark in 1 year. I mean, it's insane. So I encourage you to go all in on yourself, follow your passion, and have your own back with the belief that you can do it. I would love to help you build that belief. This is something that I do with my clients every day through the mindset coaching. We coach on your unique value that you have to offer and the belief that you can do it. When we are confident in who we are and what we have to offer, we get more visible, we make more sales, and our confidence makes us magnetic. When we are 100% confident that we can help someone, that's when people will trust us enough to buy from us. So, in my goal setting strategy, first we create the vision of the business that you want to create. And we focus on we want, right? We want to achieve in our business. So, this is also aligned with the law of attraction. Then we are empowered to take action towards creating that, right? Then we talk about the obstacles that are getting in the way, and then we'll come up with solutions for each obstacle so that those obstacles actually become the rungs on the ladder towards achieving our goals. I worked with someone who had set an annual goal, and she originally didn't think that she would be able to accomplish it. So I coached her on her mindset and helped her build her belief in herself. And she reached her goal in a matter of months instead of the year. So those are the 3 secrets to creating success without stress. Focus on the goal that you want to achieve and the vision of the business that you want to create, as opposed to worrying that you're not where you want to be, right? Replace negative thoughts with positive ones and have your own back with the belief that you can do it. that you can accomplish your goal. It is possible to create a successful business without putting undue stress on yourself, right? When we worry, that's when the fear and doubt start to take over. And it takes a physical toll on our bodies, right? Because that's what stress does, in addition to the mental toll on our bodies. So we definitely don't want that, right? So, and I actually have a strategy from my first certification from one of Tony Robbins' companies, the Coaching Institute, that's amazing for handling that stress and living in the present moment so that you can take action towards achieving what you want to create in your life. I would love to help you break through your limiting beliefs and help you identify those thoughts that will empower you to take action towards creating a business that you love. I offer a complimentary strategy session. We'll identify the bottlenecks in your business and where you're getting stuck, right? And how to overcome any obstacles that are getting in your way through the mindset coaching and my signature process. And my signature process includes not only the mindset, but also the strategy to double your business with a steady stream of your best clients. I will drop that link in the comments below, and I look forward to helping you create a business that you love.